What's up, blockchain? This is Nick from Truth Blitz. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Actually, it's not morning anymore, is it? Afternoon. Let's take a look at the market briefly. As you can see, we are pretty much all the way back in the red, with a couple exceptions. And right now, the overall market cap is 433 billion, and Bitcoin at the moment is back under 10. It's 9,876. It does appear, like I said yesterday, that it was a pump fake. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. So we had gotten down a little while ago to 9,778. It looks like we have a little bit of a rise. So right now, like I said, we're back up over 9,800, almost 9,900. But I honestly don't. I think we're going to end up going lower. I'm going to have to take a look at my chart on my other computer, but I don't know if we are going to be able to break above where we need to and stay there to continue to rise. So every day that goes by, you know, as you can see, we are February 24th. So we may not make that target number of 13,888. But the webbot cannot be right all the time. Okay, so if that was the case and it was right all the time, you better believe that Cliff would be a multi-billionaire for developing that. But the amount of times that it is right, even being wrong sometimes, it's staggering. So anyway, I want to talk about briefly this article, and then I'm going to get into something else. But I saw this: Bank of America, our inability to adapt could see a failure to compete with crypto. Really? So this is pretty much a very big bank admitting that they're scared of crypto. So Bank of America has admitted to U.S. regulators it may be unable to compete with the growing use of cryptocurrency. In its annual report to the Securities and Exchange Commission this week, filed February 22nd, the major U.S. bank for the first time highlights cryptocurrency as an area that may cause it substantial expenditure as it tries to remain competitive. Our inability to adapt our products and services to evolving industry standards and consumer preferences could harm our business, Bank of America states in the filing. As banks worldwide eye the cryptocurrency phenomenon, direct interaction remains low. The lack of uptake formed a central reason why the European Central Bank confirmed it had opted for a hands-off approach to legislating the area earlier this month. While Bank of America has sought to innovate in the sphere, receiving a patent for its proposed cryptocurrency exchange system in December 2017, it has come in for criticism more recently after blocking its clients from credit card purchases of cryptocurrency. As the report to the SEC continues, the institution's keen awareness of the threat posed to its core business offering by competitors becomes clear. The competitive landscape may be impacted by the growth of non-depository institutions that offer products that were traditionally banking products, as well as new innovative products, Bank of America forecasts. The report continues. This can reduce our net interest margin and revenues from our fee-based products and services. In addition, the widespread adoption of new technologies, including internet services, cryptocurrencies, and payment systems, could require substantial expenditures to modify or adapt our existing products and services. The bank also pointed to staff retention failures and increasing competition in the financial services industry as being detrimental to its prospects. So what this article tells me is that the big banks are kind of running scared. I haven't seen any bank to date basically come out and admit that cryptocurrencies are essentially a threat to their existence. They've, in the past, and not even that far in the past, like a very short time ago, were basically acting as if this is such a small fringe market that, you know, it's basically nothing they need to worry about. And, you know, this just really confirms that this isn't the feeling anymore. I don't know what's going to happen with this. You know, are banks going to get on board and try to coexist with the crypto market? Or are they going to basically lobby to the regulatory bodies to try to fight this revolution with an even more heavy-handed approach? I guess that's yet to be seen. But as I've stated many times, this can't be stopped. I don't see, even if they attempted to try to stop this, we're going to find ways around it, and that's just the way it is. This is the future, all right? We're too far in for them to stop this outright. They can regulate, they can do things of that nature, but for them to be able to stop this, it's just not feasible. It's not going to happen. And it's funny, I didn't know that Bank of America had gotten a patent for a proposed cryptocurrency exchange system, as it says down here. I had no idea about that. So it's just very funny that on one hand they do that, and then a month later they stop all credit card purchases of cryptocurrency. And that was a red flag in itself, was when these banks basically stopped people from purchasing cryptos with their credit cards if it was from that bank. I think we have, what, 4 banks that did that now? And as I've reported before, in India we have Chase, which even stopped debit card purchases. So people's own money, all right? Not money that you're borrowing, but your own money. But as I said, you put your money in a bank, it's no longer your money anyway. So very interesting article, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, see what transpires. So I wanted to talk about Populous and the fact that it is continuing to drop down another 10.25%, down to $21.43 currently. I don't know what is going to happen. I do not think that Populous and that Stephen Nico Williams is a scammer, or Populous was a scam. Regardless of what has been found out about him, the fact of the matter is, if he was out to scam people and screw people over, he would have taken the money and ran. Okay? He would have done that a while ago, and he hasn't done that. So people can say what they want. People make mistakes, okay? Just because somebody has made a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they're a bad person, that everything they do has ill intentions behind it, okay? Because I truly do believe that if he was trying to screw people over, we wouldn't hear from him ever again. He would just disappear. He has the Ethereum, right? He's got more than enough money after the Populous pre-sale, after the money that it raised. He's already come out with an alpha, come out with a beta, and yeah, I don't know. But that being said, what I have done, and I'm not telling you guys what to do. This is not financial advice. I'm going to make that very clear. But what I have done, and I thought would be a good idea to do, is invest in Debitum. Debitum is the same kind of thing. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of Debitum. If you haven't, there is just over 1 day left in the crowd sale. Okay, Debitum has partnered with PayPal. They really seem like they have their stuff together. It seems like they're going to be successful. If I had to take a guess. Okay, I've read the white paper. They've already announced some great partnerships. I've gotten my father into Debitum. I've gotten my brother into Debitum. I'm in Debitum. I'm actually going to go and buy some more Debitum after this video. And why am I doing that? Because, and as I said, I still have faith in Populous, right? But the fact of the matter is, what if? What if Populous isn't successful? The only other one that I know like Populous is Hive, and I didn't like that one at all. I think it was a direct ripoff of Populous. If I remember correctly, their white paper was very, very similar to Populous. And I haven't heard much about Hive recently anyway, so I don't know what's going on with them. So they're irrelevant to me. But what if Populous isn't successful? I wanted to get into Debitum as a hedge, to hedge my bets, basically. So, and it doesn't have to be one or the other. They can both be successful. And Crypto Blood talked about this last night on his live stream. There is room in the market. This is a huge market, a multi-trillion-dollar market. The invoice finance market. So there are many, many companies that do that. Maybe not all on the blockchain, but there doesn't have to be Debitum or Populous, right? So why not be in both? And if Populous isn't successful, Debitum is. Okay, so I have Debitum. Or maybe they're both successful. I have both. You know, it makes sense. I missed the Populous pre-sale. I looked at it for weeks. At the time, I had just put all the rest of my Ethereum into something else. I looked at it. It was open for a couple weeks. And when I finally consolidated some of my assets to get some more Ethereum, because there was a minimum of 5 Ethereum, I believe, at the time. When I consolidated some of my stuff to get some ETH back and went to go participate, Cliff High's report had just come out. The pre-sale ended. Boom. Done. So I didn't want to miss my shot again. So I got into Debitum, and I'm going to get more. Like I said, they partner with PayPal. I own PayPal as well. Okay, so I think it's a smart move. I really, really do. And I feel that they're going to be successful. So I am getting in. If you haven't done it, you might want to look it over quickly and consider it. You don't have a lot of time left. If you decide you're going to get into it, I would appreciate if you guys use my affiliate link, and I will post that right in the description. You know, if you do that, you support me. I get a couple extra tokens. And yeah, I just think it's a smart play to hedge your bets. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? You hear that all the time. So that being said, that's what I did. You guys might want to consider doing the same thing if you believe the way I believe, if you think the way I think. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys also subscribe to the Block Party Podcast official channel. Link right here. And I'll see you guys next time.